Achtung! Aufgrund neuer Bundesverordnungen sind Medienanbieter dazu verpflichtet, die Zuschauer vor potenziell schädlichen Inhalten zu warnen. Dieses Programm beinhaltet Szenen, die... also das lese ich aber jetzt nicht alles. Die Amis halt wieder so ein Quatsch. Ist mal wieder so eine alberne Phase. Die haben hier ja auch Überraschungseier verboten. Und vom Bier, da fangen wir erstmal gar nicht an. Also, wenn ihr an einer Link klickt, die zu einer Live-Thrash-Metal-Show führt, dann müsst ihr doch eigentlich wissen, was da kommt und dass das nichts für Kleinkinder und Warmduscher ist. Also, hinsetzen, ein gutes Bier in die Hand, Tische hochklappen, Messer aus dem Mund und anschnallen, weil jetzt geht's los. Viel Spaß!
Base, just another frontier. These are the voyages of the Mordred AC-30-12 AX7-8675309 EIEIO tour bus. Well, van. More of a van than a bus, really. No, wait. Trash truck. It's more like a trash truck. Anyway, it's a long and redundant mission to seek out new practices, new spaces, with old groupies, saggy body bits, and nasty habits. But with stops along the way. For snacks, weed, and then, of course, more snacks. And a nice cup of coffee. But with not too much milk, courtesy of the Speyside Coffee Roasting Company and the brilliant Grant and Jody Spence. Located in the beautiful village of Garmouth, Scotland, Speyside Coffee has created the perfect cure for a hangover, while being nestled in the heart of where great single malt scotches are distilled. To boldly go where, and then another stop because Gomes let one rip and everyone needs to get some air. Okay, we're good to go now. To boldly go where nobody has gone before, which makes zero sense because everywhere we go, somebody's already been there. So while that gets figured out, it's time for Mordred Acting the Fool, Episode 3, The Shameless Search for Sponsors.
So come on down now.
Yay! Yay, me! I'm just gonna cheer for myself. Yeah! Oh my God! I'm gonna do that more often. Every time I get on BART now, I can be like, somebody cheer for me! And hope that people start screaming. I'm used to just cheering for myself, especially right now. I don't have a normal audience, so just, yay, Becca! I think of it as like when you're masturbating and you make an involuntary sound and you're like, ooh, I'm doing a really good job. Getting it. There's even a saying about that, right? Like if you want something done right, never trust a man with your clitoris. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. That wasn't a joke. Hey, how are we doing? How's everybody doing? I love how even in a pandemic, it's the same interaction. Let's break that down really quick. I asked you about your well-being, and you all just shouted wordlessly at me. It's weird. No? Like, that's kind of an odd interaction. What if we did that in everyday life, right? Like, what if I showed up to the doctor's office, she was like, Miss Henry, how are you doing? And I was like, wow, yeah! She's gonna be like, calm down, bitch. I haven't given you any drugs yet. I'm so excited for her. I don't know. Every time now somebody asks me how I'm doing, I don't know what to say anymore. I'm fine, I guess. Where's my mental health? I think we're at the part where I found a 2-week-old grilled cheese sandwich corner in my sweater. So that's how I'm doing if you really want to know. That's where we're at. It's old food hiding in your clothes. It's not weird. I'm doing great. I'm doing really well. One unexpected benefit of our current global pandemic, I know there's not a lot of light in these dark times, but one benefit of this has been that there is a lot less catcalling. There's not no catcalling. It still happens. You guys still find a way. Almost impressive if it wasn't so fucking annoying. I work in downtown San Francisco, and so just on any given day, like you can't, it's terrible. I used to think too when I first started working down there that you could just I could just be of the world without my headphones. No, wrong. That was horrible. Especially as a woman, you stop on a corner for more than 5 seconds to wait for the light to change. Some dude pulls up in a fucking Datsun and he's like, What is that? What is that supposed to make me want to get in the Datsun with you? What are we doing here? They've always got a garbage bag taped over one window and some rusty shears rattling around the back. Are you a gardener or a serial killer? I can't tell. Everyone's a serial killer now. That's what it feels like anyways. But what, that's just such an odd reaction to have to somebody. You just walk around. What if I did that? What if I just walked around grunting at everything I was attracted to? I would be banned from every bakery in the city. But to be fair, that's because this is what it would look like, okay? I would just walk in that cookie is thick as fuck. Them chocolate chips real. Pipe that frosting on my face. No, I can't do that. That's so weird. You think Target's just gonna let me white girl around their store if I'm moaning into scented candles just because they smell like sugar cookies? Not that that's ever happened. It's fine. You might be able to tell from looking at me that I get called a fat bitch a lot. Yeah, ooh, you got quiet on me. That's okay. I'm pretty sure it's with every cat call, it's a spectrum. You know, there's the guys who are like, tell me about your butt cheeks. And then there's the guys who are like, you're a fat bitch. It's just, you never know, right? And I think it's because I'm basically a delicate pastry myself, just jiggling down the sidewalk, and y'all are a bunch of fucking sidewalk goblins with nary a processed emotion in sight. That's my theory. Men are just walking around constipated with all the feelings they don't know how to feel. So when they look at me and I don't smile, it turns into, she can smile at me, she's a fat bitch. This is my life experience, you guys. It's okay.
You're hanging out with the wrong fellas.
I'm not hanging out with any fellas. You find me anyways. Guys, come out of nowhere. That's the goblin part. Oh, goodness. I know that this is a metal crowd, but do you guys know Jill Scott? Are we familiar with Jill Scott, the singer? Yeah. Very talented lady, super sexy, right? She was in the news last year. Did you guys see this? There was a news story about her that went viral. One of her fans, if you don't know who Jill Scott is, she's a super sexy singer, lady, just very talented, kind of curvy like myself. And one of her fans took a video at her concert and posted it online, which in and of itself, that's not that weird. But in the video, she's pretending to give the microphone a blowjob. Great technique. She could teach tutorials. But the internet lost its mind. And by the internet, I mean men. My timeline, like when this went viral, my timeline was just full of posts and screenshots of posts from dudes who were like, oh my God, I didn't know big girls did things like that. And I was like, seriously? You're just now figuring out that we like putting things in our mouths? Couldn't figure that out on your own? And honestly, Chad, do you really think that your dick is any match for 3 decades of eating my feelings? 'Cause it's not. It isn't. It's not. I'm sorry. I have had years of practice fitting my mouth around things, okay? If I could take down a Chipotle burrito, I don't think I'm going to be intimidated by your 5 inches. Okay. This is why we can't social distance. That's why right there, because nobody knows what 6 feet looks like. Nobody knows what 8 inches looks like. It's hard, I know. It's difficult. I get it. All right, I'm gonna wrap up my time with this one. Do you guys ever have those interactions with somebody where you're just like not quite sure what's happening? You know, like, what, are we flirting? Are we both just socially awkward? I don't know. I don't know. That's every interaction for me, if you were wondering. But I did have one not that long ago that really got me. This guy looked at me and he just goes, "You look like you have good credit." I was like, I don't know what that means. What is that? I started to spiral a little bit. I was like, is it because my eyebrows are real? I don't know. What is it? How do I do that on purpose, you know? The joke was on him because I don't. I don't. Let's hear it for student loans. Woo! So sad. You don't have to pay those back, right? It's fine. I have so many friends in my life who are like, ugh, my student loans are killing me. I'm like, you're paying those? Why? I mean, you gotta block a lot of calls, sure. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm doing great, guys. It's so good. This is very exciting. I'm super stoked to be here. One, because I have a microphone in my hand. That's all I've ever wanted. Does anybody know if they make microphone-shaped dildos? Anybody? I'm just kidding. Oh, perfect. Okay. If you could send me a link to that, because I fucking missed this. Anyways, you guys, we're all here for the same reason. And that reason is standing behind me, and it's the fucking legendary Bay Area band Mordred. Fuck yes. Let's do it. Okay, bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Becca. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in today, wherever your time, place of origin, and all that business. We are Mordred.
Across the sea, he dreamt it was his fate. Fought to set an order pure, fascist world of hate.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And we'd like to thank 707 Decals for this beautiful banner, the kick drum head, for Paz's new Paz. Thank you so much. And all our sponsors, we thank you all for pitching in and making this show possible. Thank you so much.
Jimmy the Weed. Yeah, what's up, man? He said, hey, man, I know your name. Yeah, what you got? I seen you cruising with the lowriders, hanging out down on 1st Street in Maine. Tuning into and listening to the voodoo music travels. Round the bay, we got some crazy DJ. Send you right out to heaven, right out to heaven. Jim of the Weed for greed, he was taken back. Johnny the Fox, you old sly cat. Cleverly the fox conceals his stash. $20 bills you leave no tracks in the back of a black Cadillac. The voodoo music travels down the film, only black men can go. A fake deal unravels. How much is this stuff? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Woo! Okay, I have a proposition for you guys. What if we did that song again, but instead of Scott singing, it's just me making cat sounds the whole time? Anybody? Takers? No?
All right. Roll them.
I'm just kidding. But only kind of. If anybody wants to talk to me about my idea for a record of me making cat sounds for 93 minutes, I'm all yours.
Meow.
That was fucking awesome. I grew up in a pretty strict Christian home, so my first concert was a Christian boy band, and I really wish that it had been something more like this, because I have a lot of noise inside of me. I'm just like leak noise, and I feel like metal is much more my. Oh, it is on. Turn it. Yeah, the green light is on. Okay. All that to say, yeah, you guys are fucking awesome. That's all I was trying to say. And I'm really good at making cat sounds. I've been working on it since I was like 7. It's my party trick. And next, I wouldn't accept news from anyone else. And neither should you. This is clearly the most reliable news source at this point, and I'm honestly not even joking. Let's hand it over to Handbasket News.
Thank you so much for that, Becca. Yes, I am completely reliable. Just ask nobody. We got a sound volume? Are we good? I'll take your silence meaning yes. It's Saturday, August 1st. The end is upon us. I'm Brian Crow, and this is In a Handbasket News. Brought to you by Matt Denny's Nuts. I'm not sure why, because that prick still owes us money. Hey, check out our new logo, right? Thank you very much, Larry Chandler, and our sponsors like Lamori Productions presents for the production value. We appreciate that. You know what? You could sponsor too. Your dollars will go towards things like, I don't know, but we need it, so send the money in. But we will mention you and your business in sketches sort of like this. Tonight's newscast is brought to you by Pennyweight Brewery in Livermore, California. You know, my ex-wife is from Livermore, so drink Pennyweight beer, but fuck Livermore. Our top story tonight. This week, federal police forces occupying Portland, Oregon pulled out quicker and earlier than expected. A frustrated Portland could not be reached for comment. In other reproductive health care news, healthcare provider Planned Parenthood are actually back in the news now. To stay current with the current pandemic, Planned Parenthood have given themselves a little bit of a makeover. The more than 100-year-old service has changed their slogan from care, no matter what, to Planned Parenthood, flattening the curve since 1916. Thank you. Thank you. That's right, your production dollars could go towards that. In a sad turn of events, former Republican presidential candidate and CEO of the Godfather's Pizza Company chain, Herman Cain, died this week from COVID-19. His remains are to be cremated and delivered to his family with a side salad, a 2-liter bottle of Coke, and a 6-pack of refreshing Pennyweight beer. All in a matter of 45 minutes, or your next cremation is free. Speaking of Godfathers, local comedian Tony Sparks, known as the Godfather of Comedy, a living legend and institution in our community, had to undergo open-heart surgery on July 29th. So while the procedure was a success, he has a long road of recovery ahead of him. So we here at In a Handbasket News are asking you to please go to GoFundMe.com/Give Tony a Lot of Love. Again, that is GoFundMe.com, Give Tony a Lot of Love, and donate what you can. Tony, we love you. We wish you speedy recovery. And now back to the bullshit. Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden has promised to announce his running mate in the next 2 weeks leading up to the Democratic National Convention. Oh, buckle up. When he was reminded just after nap time that he had promised to nominate a woman, Biden was heard saying, "I did what?" and then fell back asleep into his oatmeal. While the rumor mill has been that former opponent, Kamala Harris, is the frontrunner, there are now some people that are pushing for Nancy Pelosi to get the nod when asked get the nod for this. Now, when asked about being the vice president, Speaker Pelosi was heard to say, "Oh, I think Joe would make a wonderful vice president." You know, we both go to the same plastic surgeon. You know, if either one of us ever gets shot in the face, it's gonna ricochet off us like a bad insult from the president. The only thing getting to the back of our heads is either going to be his hairline or my eyebrows. You know, some days I make Katharine Hepburn look sturdy. Insiders report that the White House cooking staff are actually in favor of the pair being in the office because they'd like to spend the next 4 years preparing nothing but soft foods. These soft foods will be made with Dunleavy THC extracts and textures because you can't push the button if you don't remember where it is. That slogan will be available from 707 Decals in Santa Rosa. We are pimping like fucking hoes on this show. Next card. In sports news, wait a minute, do we still have sports? Okay.
Kind of. Air hockey.
There we go. Model Valentina Sampaio became the very first transgender person to grace the pages of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. It marks the first time that, and this actually also marks the first time that one of these swimsuit models has more hormones than the athletes written about inside the magazine. In entertainment news, Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich this week defended the sound of his snare drum on the band's 17-year-old Saint Anger. When he was interviewed by Sirius XM host Eddie Trunk, he said, "I stand behind it 100%, which is a bold statement about something that sounds akin to an old, smelly, rusty garbage can rolling down a pothole-encrusted street somewhere in San Francisco near McAteer High School." Besides, we shouldn't blame Lars, though. We should blame Pro Tools. It did all the work. Finally, it's been 4.5 months since Breonna Taylor's murder by police in her own home. There's no joke about that, because that shit's not funny. In fact, it's time for change. Things need to get different. And while you're at it, why don't you fucking fix the water in Flint, Michigan, you lazy fucktards? Yeah. So that's our report for tonight. So on behalf of myself, everybody at the In a Handbasket News team, and our sponsors, which include coffee, beer, THC, and stickers, and some dude's nuts, we want to remind you that Black Lives Matter, don't be a dick, and drive dangerously and take risks. I'm Brian Crow, now for some more commercials.
Let's try to work on our This is a song you should listen to.
Test schools 1 2 test schools 1 2. Hello everybody. This is in the meantime with me and Dave, but this is a short version specifically for the Mordred episode 3 of Acting the Fool. And in this case, it's in the meantime with me and Dave. Just here with a COVID update, COVID-19 update. Shit's still fucked up, and doesn't look like it's gonna not be fucked up for a pretty long while here in America. So the rest of the world, enjoy yourselves. You won't have any Americans be bothering you for a good little while, because we're dumb. All right, and check me out on YouTube. In the meantime, with me and Dave, episodes on YouTube. Thank you.
This is a song you should listen to. This is a song.
Yo, 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 everybody, let's act up, act up.
That's not the right song. gotta pee. Why didn't you go back at the house? I didn't have to go there.
What's your favorite Bible story?
When Jesus made the water into wine.
Yes, that was a miracle, wasn't it?
Yes.
And what does the story about Jesus making the water into wine teach us?
When you run out of wine, get on your knees and pray.
And we're back. Yeah. Woo! That's my favorite. Just making strange noises. I love it. If there are any weed companies out there watching, can you sponsor me as an individual? Because that is literally the only thing that's been keeping me sane this whole time. I've just been high, always.
Well, you should try the Lavey company.
Hey, there we go.
Located in San Francisco, making the finest cartridges, tinctures, and the battery that operates them.
Yeah.
Lavey.
That was a beautiful commercial. You interrupted me to do it, but that's fine. I'm used to it. It's fine. We all love each other here. On that note, let's hear another set from your favorite band, Mordred.
Without further ado, we'll take you back to 1988, when I was we were all a little younger than we are now, but, pardon me.
Sweat so hard to pay your credit card. I know you bust your ass to buy new bus fares so you can go to work like every other jerk. Every day's a holiday. Do you know what I mean? Every day's a holiday. Don't you wish you were just like me? We paid our dues, it's really like we choose, but nothing's guaranteed. Life's just a game to me. I know you bust your ass on things I'd rather pass to buy the things you need, but stuff I get by free. Every day's a holiday. I work up a sweat. Every day's a holiday. Don't you wish you could just forget? Lie, just like me. Thank you very much. Thanks everybody out there for tuning in. Hello to the UK. Hello to Germany. Hello to Chile. Hola Chile. Austin, Texas. Hello. Thanks y'all for tuning in. Some more. Oh, here goes something new. Brand new.
Let's do it.
we are provocative today, we will be provocative tomorrow, and it's our job.
Why do you do this? 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 Why do you do this?
Fools! We all know the sound of a bomb as it goes off inside our minds. Take a look. It's viral, no denial. Just we Charlie, but we're still not free. Taking aim at those that we blame. The fighting of fire with fire, all in the name of peace. Equipped with a gun, all is forgiven, but even this killing. I'm down without remorse. I'm down in the name of God, of course. So drawing my red blood draw. After this, all thoughts will be outlawed. I am Charlie, and I can see that you are Charlie. Freely speak what you feel. It's your right and the law that will make your voice the appeal. Otherwise it's a jail, a world where cowards police what you say just as well. Lay down and die, counter like Sony, the corporate phonies. Fatherless cronies that don't feel the shame, bowing down to a hacker's game. I'll die without remorse. I'll die in the name of God, of course. It's a drawing, my red blood drawn. After this, our thoughts will be outlawed. All the same under the flesh. At the core, we all mesh. Innocents have died in vain. For a piece of paper with a funny name. I am Charlie, and I can see that you are Charlie. I am Charlie, so is he. We are Charlie, and we're not free. Thank you very much.
I'm not known for my impulse control, so I would like all of you to appreciate that even though I have my own microphone, I didn't just stand in the corner and meow into it while you were playing. So, thank you. You're welcome. I would like to take just a quick moment to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart, which is me. In case you were wondering, I'm very single. I know that's shocking to you. So anybody likes what they see? I don't want to talk to you. But I do have some reviews I could give you from dates that I've been on. I had a Tinder date in the last fall that described me to my face as an attractive dumpster fire. What? And you know what my reaction was? I was like, well, at least he thinks I'm attractive. But in his defense, I had literally just gotten done telling him about how when I pulled my headphones out of my purse earlier that day, they were inexplicably covered in barbecue sauce. So I guess what I'm saying is he wasn't wrong. That's been my match profile. So if anybody wants to get in touch with me, again, I don't want to talk to you. But next is something that I think all will benefit from, which is an interview with the Forbidden bassist, Matt Camacho. And not forbidden as in we can't talk to him, but that's the name of the band. I just wanted to clarify that for anybody who was also confused. So let's dig into that, shall we?
Hey, my brother. Hey, welcome to the Acting the Fool show, and thanks for doing this interview with us.
Thank you for asking.
It's kind of a trip being back here at the cemetery where we worked together for so long, and beautiful view, as you can see, very tranquil environment, minus the sprinklers and the leaf blowers and all those sorts of things. It's very tranquil.
Yeah, we just sat here a moment ago and the sprinklers turned on, but we're at like the kind of the edge of a 75-acre cemetery that has about 40,000 burials. And over the last couple years, Scotty came and worked with us over here, meeting with families when someone passes away, selling crypts and graves and niches. What did you think about that?
Yeah, it's well, I actually really I really enjoyed working here, I have to say, and I know that it's kind of a weird thing to say I enjoyed working at the cemetery, but I did. Yeah. And let me ask you something. Mm-hmm. In all of your years working at the cemetery, mm-hmm. have you ever seen a ghost?
Wow, I think it might be because my mind is not open to it, because I've worked at a few cemeteries over the years. I'm 23 years in now. Like right after we did the album Green, I didn't know where I was going, and a friend of mine got me a job, and I was working at this cemetery that had 200,000 burials, and people would come in Oakland. Oakland and Berkeley, people walk through the cemetery and they'd be like, "You wouldn't believe it, man. I was standing there and this gravestone just tipped over and I felt a presence and I saw a ghost," and I'm like, "What?" Like laughing at them. And I used to take my guitar and go in the mausoleum where like there's
the acoustics are just great in there.
Inside where all the crypts are and play, and I would look up at all the names and say, "Man, give me some inspiration," and I never saw anything. I would go in there at night.
Yeah.
I think you have to be open, or the brain's an interesting thing. The things you want it to believe.
Right.
So I kind of laughed at people that saw ghosts, and I'd hear those stories all the time. Because people hang out in the cemetery doing drugs or whatever. I don't know.
No, I mean, obviously psychedelic drugs can open up certain doorways, portals, or whatnot into sight and everything. No, I was just curious if you had ever seen anything in all these years, and answer is no, folks. But although I worked there for a very short time, I think I was on my training. Someone took a photograph of me, and in the background, in the photograph, is a man standing there in a black suit with a white shirt, standing there like that. And it couldn't have been a reflection. I was the only one in the room, and I was wearing a blue suit with a checked shirt or something. It totally couldn't have been my reflection. It's pretty dope.
And the ladies we work with swear they've seen.
Yeah, Hannah got scratched by the baby fingers.
So there's some creepy stories.
So there's some stuff here.
But I just choose to ignore that stuff. I'm like, I'm just whatever.
So it's great that we work together at the cemetery, and that's all good and stuff, but I kind of want to ask you a couple of questions about like maybe some tour stories.
Oh, wow.
Or something more involved in the musical side of what we do when we hang out.
Well, Scotty, it was a long time ago, man. Like
Is there anything you could remember that you could, you know, tell the people?
In the heyday when the thrash metal was it, and Mordred and Forbidden were playing sold-out shows in Europe.
Oh, those were the days.
And, you know, you were spending time, you know, I kind of grew up on a tour bus for, if you think about it, you know, like from about 19, you know, for about 4 or 5 years, and then we did it again later, a few different aspects. But during that heyday, there was just some crazy stuff. And when you're hanging out with all the, you know, you're hanging out with your brothers and you're bored, it's like, hurry up and wait, you start to get into some trouble, man. And I was thinking about sharing a story that I don't think has ever gotten out there, that was which is kind of appropriate now, because Tim Calvert, you know, he passed away a couple years ago. And I just keep remembering what a crazy motherfucker that guy was, man. Anybody who knew him, he was like, he did shit, said stuff that would blow people's mind, but he was always kind of like innocent, and people thought he was just kind of mellow.
He had an air of innocence with a wicked undertone.
It was so wicked, and some stuff he did would blow my mind. And one thing that reminded me was we were on a tour in the summertime in Texas with Sacred Reich.
Oh, okay.
This is like 1989, and it's just brutal, like those where the water's dripping from the ceilings and stuff.
I remember
and
those
we were
days.
in this dressing room in the back where they had they usually have a toilet or bathroom for the bands.
Okay, yeah.
And in that bathroom,
where's this going?
Yeah, in the bathroom was a microwave.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
so
of course,
like, okay, someone was like going in there to warm up their burritos or something. And fucking, we were like, you know, bands kind
Usually you don't shit where you eat. But.
Yeah, bands kind of at the time, like we sometimes we'd at times like argue and like us and Sacred Reich, we were always in competition, and sharing a bus, you get a little irritated with each other. And something happened where with Sacred Reich's manager, we were irritated.
Dude, I remember her and Debbie Abono were like
Gloria
best buddies. Gloria,
okay,
yeah, right.
And if she ever hears this, I hope she doesn't take it personal, because we were just young kids, man.
Oh, Gloria, no, we apologize in advance.
Yeah, exactly. And fucking Tim, man, we were sitting in there, and he, or not, we were sitting in there, but Tim comes back in laughing his ass off. What, dude? He's like, man, I took a shit in a fucking cup and filled it up and put it in the microwave for like 20 minutes. And fucking, it was like the whole place was stinking. And we remember Gloria walking by, oh my God, that smells, what's going on? So we took the cup and we put it under her seat for like days. And we just like stupid shit like that.
Oh, wow.
Immature
I wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, just we
maybe
were
that one
childish.
wasn't shared for a reason.
Yeah,
that was
that's
something
right.
aimed to be forever secret.
Well, when you start thinking about road stories, man, I've told a lot of them over the years. It's been 30 years, so you start going back and forth. I mean, the usual us getting drunk and destroying stuff.
Yeah, but that's just regular stuff. That's boring.
Stuff.
You know, that's boring.
Right.
Yeah. So okay, well that's good to know.
Oh,
that's good to know.
That's the kind of stuff we laughed about.
Yeah. Good wholesome fun is what we're talking about.
Exactly.
The shit you do on tour.
Literally. I mean, I'm sure you got your stories. I mean, that were worse than that, right, Scott?
Oh, but I'm not being interviewed. It's all about you, brother. So, just a quick, just catching up on what are you playing? What are you into these days?
Well, you know, I'm playing bass like a motherfucker now.
No, I've seen some of these clips, so I'm very psyched to hear.
You know, I put it down for a while. Like, you know, Forbidden did some reunion shows, 2010 through, or like 2008 through 2012.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm in the sales side, you know, selling graves and crypts and stuff. So I figured after I did those shows, like I had to take time off from work and stuff, and then I was gonna put all of my goals and aspirations into selling and, you know, making a lot of money. So I put down the bass for a while and just sold. Yeah. And man, and then somewhere around 4 or 5 years ago, I picked it back up again.
Yeah. What's your rig these days?
Oh, man, I have you know, I haven't really been able to play any live shows. I still have my SVT rigs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have those all box and road cases, but I bought something smaller for home, you know, a Hartke setup.
Okay, yeah, I like SVTs. That's actually what I play,
and
MPEGs and stuff. Many people don't know I also play bass as well.
This guy's an all-around musician. Can do all kinds of stuff.
So you're playing on a Music Man these days, right?
Music Man, actually, no, I actually had a custom bass built by a company out of New Jersey. Yeah, it's pretty badass. It's
nice. What kind of does it have a shape that it's modeled after?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like a Fender style P bass kind of thing.
Okay.
More of like, it's called a Monarch. And
use round wounds, flat wounds. What kind of strings?
Round wounds.
Round
totally,
wounds.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you got a lot.
Yeah,
Some
I want that Steve Harris
in your tone.
click stuff. Yeah. But lately, I've been kind of getting into a lot of jazz fusion. I know that's a lot of bass players do that. We're doing that in the '80s and stuff. But
hey, no, that's a great thing to get into.
Yeah.
So Jocko, what else are you into?
Oh man,
I'm ready.
Marcus Miller is just like huge for me right now. Stanley Clark and stuff.
Yes.
And, kind of going back to that old school stuff, but I hope to kind of like recruit a bunch of the old thrash school players, everyone's out playing metal and you guys are doing your thing right now. That's kind of unique. Then I don't
see how the eyebrow goes up when he starts talking about recruiting.
Yeah. So no, I'm gonna. I've talked to a couple people, man. They're like want to do something, a project. So we might
hear a project that's more on the metal side coming from Matt Camacho.
It'll definitely be heavy and dark, but
heavy and dark.
It won't
that's
be
a good
probably
foundation.
thrash or fast, but more groove oriented, more.
So are you talking
emphasizing all the musicians and stuff?
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait to hear something like that, man. That sounds great. Yeah. Okay, well, geez. I'm glad to hear that you're still playing and putting it together and getting ready to throw it down.
Yeah, fucking
and thanks so much for
thank you for having me out here and talking and stuff, man.
It's always a pleasure hanging with you, brother.
Cool.
And I know. Wait, is that illegal in California?
Oh, wait.
I think we got some new laws here.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks
cool,
everybody for tuning in.
Fucking
we are
Mordred,
acting
baby.
A fool.
Woo-hoo.
For who? What?
That's a fucking
Mordred.
Welcome back to the studio and my boobs. You're welcome. Speaking of boobs, this is surely everyone's favorite part. This is surely everyone's favorite part of the show because we will be now moving into our burlesque segment with the Devil's debutante, Szandora Lavey.
Some schooling, but that threw me away. For being in prison and refusing to pray. But still, I'm grateful for the things that I learned, and I learned. You gotta burn.
cultural loneliness. Social distancing has become worse than a social disease. Your love life is under battery-powered or lathered with lotion. You're wondering what's going to taste better, carbon monoxide or lead. You watch Joel Osteen's sermons with the sound off because you like the way his mouth looks when he says the word holy. Am I making myself clear, man? You are fucking bummed, man. For married folks, it's nothing new. But for the rest of us, we need a place to go where we can be social and decent. We have heard your muffled cries, and we have your solution. Waterboards. Our military-grade mixologists have been trained in the art of refreshment, CPR, and negotiation. Delivering the classics, waterboards, our martinis are always served dirty. Porn star dirty. Enjoy Waterboard's unique specialties. The me-too-friendly, consensual sex on the beach. The award-winning Fiddler on the Roofie, formerly known as the Huxtable. The Brain Eraser. And a Waterboard's exclusive, The Vaccine. A 12-ounce shot with enough alcohol to kill the COVID. And probably you too. But that's okay. No host, no virus. We make sure your date tells you everything you want to know. And for our most at-risk customers, the first hour is seniors only. And coming soon to Waterboards, Bukkake beer service. And at Waterboards, we don't give a shit what your pronouns are. The future is uncertain, so come to Waterboards. Get blackout drunk and forget how fucked we really are, but you still can. Waterboards, where everybody knows your name, but nobody can understand the words you're saying.
That's not torture.
Waterboards.
Okay, so here's your names. You're Mr. White Rhino, you're Mr. Purple Kush, and you're Mr. Pink Bubblegum.
Why do I gotta be Mr. Pink Bubblegum?
Because you're pink, and you look like something I'd find stuck to the bottom of my chair. Who cares what your name is?
Easy for you to say, you got a cool name, Mr. White Rhino.
Let's go to work.
Well, what happens if the manager doesn't give you the buds?
We lobby state government, sign petitions, get the people involved, and pass legislation to legalize pot, generating thousands of jobs and revenue. Then we roll the motherfucking streets.
That'll never work.
I told him 15 minutes between edibles. 30 if you're swimming. But did they fucking listen?
You got no munchie control. You're smoking like a first-year rookie. I'm smoking like a professional.
Pizza guy!
What did you do?
If it's a choice between eating 10 brownies and smoking out some stupid motherfucker, it ain't no choice at all. But I ain't no madman.
Bammer! 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 Bammer!
Forget it, Al. It's Chinatown.
DJ Pause, Denny White, Jeff Gomes, Jim Sanguinetti, Lawrence Chandler, Al Lucchese, and Scott Hogan are the Dimebag Dogs.
You want me to smoke this guy?
My boobs and I would like to welcome you back to the studio once again. You're welcome. Now, I realize that I'm up here looking like you just Googled Ariel and BBW in an incognito window. I'm aware of that. But in fact, I know. In fact, I am a stand-up comedian. And so I'm just going to take a quick second to plug myself. Please follow me at bhenry on Instagram, BEEHNRY, where I post things about my comedy and a lot of thirst traps. So you're welcome. Let's get in one last set with fucking Mordred! Yeah!
Yes, y'all. We would like to
say hi to Norway. What's up, Norway? And everybody in Savannah, Georgia, and Holland. What's up, Holland?
We're saying hi to Kika in Germany, 15 years old today. Got her first guitar.
Shred it, girl!
Pennyweight Brewery, our newest sponsor. Sure. Pat Holderby Foundation. Thanks, Mom. The Emery Villains and Rhoda at Rhoda's Roadhouse.
Rhoda!
Michael White Foundation. Thanks,
Michael
Danny's
White.
dad.
Yes.
Speyside Coffee, Dunleavy Cartridges, Lamori Productions presents 707 Decals and Soundwave Studios. Thank you so much.
Soundwave!
All the love. Thank you. And thank you to everyone at home who's donated. Thank you for helping us pay the crew and helping us put this on. And we are so happy right now. The happiest metal band on earth.
I've got your screams, victims chained and dying. The darkest hell, a living hell, written up to hear the cry. Pathetic minds, the most maligned, that's your night of doom. Solid up, the devil birth becomes your vile tool. Severed flies, and tonight, thoughts were lost, taking it live. Fast ahead, mortal thread, and screams down through the night. Severed fate to bone the rachel light. Lost in haste to designate, fulfill your destiny. Raven law, your bolts will disguise your evil deeds. Sever his voice, and tonight, thoughts were lost, taking it live. Yes.
Thank you so much. All right. I think we would like to play something new from our unreleased upcoming album entitled The Dark Parade.
Just a little nip, a sip to warm my bones and soothe my fears. Get liquids, the seeping vessel of my pain. Without the breath of life, something still remains. The end begins. Weighted with stone, she had to pay. No one was dragging for bodies on this night. Up from the dark back into the light, into the light. Can't make it right. Can't make it right. Can't make it right. Can't make it right. Dragging for bodies reunite. Oh, from the dark back into the light, into the light, into the light.
Thanks, everybody.
Yes, yes. Uh-huh. Y'all ready for a little more? Y'all ready for a little more? Let's do this. Yeah. All right. Come on. Day after day, the same old shit that people ask me. Doing the style I do, though it's not an easy task. So many people ask, yo, black, what's up with that rock and roll sound with this hip-hop fun? Wow. Well, because I'm doing our material. Tell them that it's him, that they listen when they don't hear me though. I ask them, can't you find an open mind to relate to something kind of different, or are you just afraid to? You're close-minded. Close-minded, other words you're blinded. Let me take you on a trip and when we're through rewinded. Yeah, I'm working hard, I don't win in the backyard. Pushing and striving to find an open mind enough to lick your brain star. Look at the horizon, isn't it surprising to see your life solid stare right before your eyes and take a little chance on the change. To open your mind and come closer to the front of the stage. You're close-minded. Yeah, you close-minded. Come on. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. They're close-minded, they deny it, but don't listen. Try it, don't fight it, see what you're missing. Taking a little hard rock crunch and some hip-hop, some funky bass, and now you got a bunch of different styles, versatile, so much to get into. After a while, big smile, open mind to make you. Thinking about the IMPUT, you know it's got to be the MORDRET, but you're close-minded, other words you're blinded. Every trick you wanna trip and when we're through rewinded. Yeah, I'm working hard, I don't mean in the backyard. Pushing the sorry to find it, over find enough to make your face scarred. You're close-minded. You're close-minded. You're close-minded. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. We are acting a fool.
Acting a damn fool.
Acting a fool. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Woo! Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We love you. Mordred loves you.
Is it this camera right here? Can you hear me? It is. Okay. Jim Sanguinetti! You've been served. You're welcome. You guys, wow. It was in my cleavage, if that's any consolation to you. Guys, let's hear it for me, because I only tripped, thank you. I only tripped once, and it was off camera. So, this is already more, yeah, a lot of people did, but already more successful than that show I did in Orinda where I fell off the stage. So, doing really good, you guys, doing really good. This was fucking awesome. This was so much fun. We've heard of the Irish goodbye, right? You guys familiar with that term? Where, like, you're at a party and you just leave, you don't say anything, you're out with your friends and you dip and no one knows where you went. Irish goodbye, yeah? Right? Okay, so my question is, why isn't anybody talking about the American goodbye? which is when you say you're going to leave, but you never do. You just stay and fuck everything up.
Let me tell you another thing.
Yeah, we're really good at that. So, that's it. You're right. But we're not going to do that. We are eventually going to go. I've had a lot of men recently ask me to dom for them. Yeah, which is not actually something I've done. So I'd like to practice being bossy. And if everybody could get on this fucking stage right now, get on the stage, get on it. Get on your knees.
Present.
Everybody on the stage. This is what makes the show. Like this.
Why
is
am I the only one who got to get on their knees?
Yeah, get on your knees. No, you don't.
Man, that's not fair.
That's for when the cameras are off. I think you need special licensing for that part. This has been what a fucking blast. Oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing. Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody who helped, everybody who put all the pieces together. Chris, Powell, Larry, Chandler, Wayne, gosh, we love you. Connie, Harlan, Delmas, Tilo. All right.
Yeah.
We love you.
Me!
Becca Henry, Brian Crow.
Yeah, Brian.
Szandora Lavey.
Woo! Get out of your light.
And all these guys in the Mordred's band, they're all good too.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out with me enough to record and rehearse and do all that shit, and appreciate it. 5 other guys will hang out with you. That's pretty good.
This is.
Thank you, Justin, for bringing the connect.
I'll never leave you.
Everybody act up, back up. Yo, everybody act up, back up.
How many times can I tell you? How many ways can I say? It's anybody's guess why I'm so restless anyway. How often will I be there? How often you are away? Only a little bit of time entwined every day. Then I'd whisper in her ears, giving a taste she disappears. To her I'll always be in debt. Again I'd whisper in that death. No condemnation of her, the condemnation of her. How many lives we are together? How many times we make mistakes? Feel everybody's pain while you still maintain every day. Whenever I feel you burn, and whenever I hear you say, leave everything to chance, circumstance, and the game. Then I'd whisper in her ear, giving a taste she disappears.
Fucking kid over here. What's this kid doing? Look over there. Look away, dude. Look away.
Stop it. Please don't hiss at a kid.
He's fucking with me.
I don't think he's talking to you at all.
Who's that guy?
What guy?
The guy on the cross.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Stop it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey.
Is that what they think we did to him?
Yeah.
Can you tell him Jewish?
Yes.
How?
Your fucking sweater.
I'm sorry.
Isaac, stop talking. Isaac. Isaac, what are you doing? Don't throw up. Don't you dare throw up in here. Swallow it like a girl would. Swallow it. Did you do it? Let me see your mouth. Don't throw up on me.
Morphac! Where's the Morphac?
No Morphac. There's no stop. He just threw it. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, fuck me.
Is it still happening? It's still happening a little, yeah, but just...
We did not kill Jesus! We did not do that!